Good day all, welcome back to South Africa, and this is South African Patriot. So for this video, give our land back. Something that we hear often from politicians, something we often hear from black youth that did not grow up in apartheid, that grew up in the democracy of 1994. So I'm going to put this first slide up for you. And let's see what Mr. Michael de Villiers says. And Mr. Michael de Villiers says, Black South Africans endured decades of brutal oppression, segregation and systematic dispossession. Yet South Africa remains one of the only African countries where colonial settlers were neither expelled nor subjected to collective retaliation. South Africa is a working democracy, quote unquote. So I'm not sure what Mr. de Villiers is on, but I wouldn't say that he's a working democracy, and I wouldn't say that white South Africans are not being prosecuted. But we all know what the truth is. So give us the land back. So what I did is I found these couple of maps. The first map is then the colonial map. So this map is basically what South Africa was divided, or how it was divided up. This is now pre-1910. And what you'll see is you'll notice that Lesotho on this map is recognized, Natal is recognized, and then Swaziland and Mozambique is also recognized. And then I want to revert to the next map, and this specific map is a map from well, just after 1910, sorry for that. And what you'll see is there are orange areas within South Africa. And this is known as where the black people were found, or the homelands of specific tribes. Now, very interesting point. If you look at the map, I want you to go where Lesotho is, and you go down south. You'll see there's a big orange piece, that is the old Transkei, Ciskei, and then you'll see there's an open piece, and then towards the left of it on the coast there's another orange piece. Now, very interestingly enough, is the old traditional homelands, which the apartheid government recognized. By the way, they recognized that these specific areas belonged to certain black tribes. Now, that specific area I'm referring to is a very extremely dry area for some reason. I'm not sure why. I haven't been there, but for some reason you can't do anything there. And the rest of the orange bits and pieces all around South Africa is what we call some of the most arable land in South Africa. So, referring back to the title of this video, we want our land back. If they talk about we want our land back, are they referring to this specific map? Or are they referring to all of South Africa? Now, I think they are referring to all of South Africa. And if they are referring to all of South Africa, they are not entitled to all of South Africa, because clearly we can see from history and from the maps, this is literally where the different Bantu tribes were found to have lived during the time where the Transvaal and the Orange Free State were both conquered and traded for. And that's a fact that a lot of black people don't like to admit, is that vast parts of South Africa, especially the Orange Free State and the Transvaal, if you go to the Cape provinces, the Northern Cape, there were no Bantus found. But a lot of the Orange Free State and the Transvaal were actually traded or negotiated accordingly to written documents, which is still in existence today. So we know that these black people shouting and screaming, "We want the land back," they are referring to all of South Africa. I would say that that is unfortunately factually incorrect. If you want all the land that you previously had, I would say that that's a fair and honest thing to want. But unfortunately for you, you still own the orange parts, and ironically enough, even through apartheid, you owned it as well. In actual fact, the apartheid government made sure that you got schools there, you got hospitals and clinics and universities. Yeah, so the question is, you want your land back, but you already have your land. So it's very clear that it is to persecute white South Africans. It's got nothing to do about what they used to have factually versus South Africa now. And to be very honest, if you look at the old homelands, if you look at the structure of the old maps of South Africa should not even be one country. South Africa should be broken up into smaller parts with different tribes and different countries, like Lesotho, for an example. That's a good example. I mean, Lesotho is landlocked by South Africa, but it's a country on its own. And the same with Swaziland. Okay, they've got a bit of coastline, but Swaziland is recognized as a tribe, as the Swazis, and they have Swaziland. So we should be thinking towards the line of why are the Zulus not having Zululand as a country on their own, or the Xhosas having the old Transkei and Ciskei as a part of their homeland, or as a country of their own. You see, ladies and gentlemen, in 1994, the diversity program began in South Africa. Well, it actually started in the 80s already, where they threw a whole lot of tribes, and believe me, the white people are also tribes. They threw us all together into a pot, and they just hoped it will work. And unfortunately, doesn't matter where you go across the world, having different tribes under the same flag doesn't work. Doesn't work. So yeah, white South Africans, a lot of white South Africans would like total segregation. So give us a homeland like we gave to the black people in apartheid. Give us South African tax monies to build hospitals and universities and schools within this white homeland. I would be happy to have a pass or passport to go to the rest of South Africa, the same way where I have a passport if I go to Botswana or Namibia or to Europe or to the Americas. I would be happy to carry a pass or a passport book if I have to travel to the rest of South Africa, and do it like they did it in apartheid. Let's keep everybody separate. That is effectively what segregation or the apartheid system meant. I think it's glorious. What's currently happening is persecution, in the open persecution of white South Africans. It's plain and simple. You cannot explain it anywhere else. It is 100% focused on white people. You talk about the land, they want all of the land, but they specifically want all of the white-owned land. That is specifically what they want. They want businesses. They don't want black businesses. They specifically want white-owned businesses, white-owned farms, white-owned or white-managed and run schools and hospitals. That is essentially what they want. Please like, share, and subscribe, and God bless.